Haha! Hello, boys. How's it going? I should probably say my usual intro. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Back for another live stream on the channel, and this time it's proper serious business. This is, boys, the first episode, or the first round, I guess you say. Well, not quite the first round. It's only pre-season today, not a proper race, but we're still gonna have good fun for the MotoMeerkat World Series. Now, this is something I've been putting together for a while now. It's taken me, I probably had the idea about a month and a half ago now, maybe 2 months ago, thinking that I wanted to do something similar to this and have a good time and get some people to race around and watch them and commentate, because I've been wanting to commentate for a while now, as you would know. If you'd watched the announcement video that I've wanted to be commentating, wanted to do some esports stuff, and I thought this would be a great way to do it and just show it off on my platform. I see we've got a few people watching, so hello everyone. I hope you're doing well today, and I hope you're excited to watch the stream. Now, I wanted to say thank you for all of your support on the announcement video. It was absolutely fantastic. And the reserve list that I advertised, because obviously the proper grid is full now. We got lots of boys involved, and obviously we'd like some girls involved as well, if any of you out there want to get involved. But the reserve list actually tripled in size after that video, so thank you for all wanting to get involved. If you hadn't seen that and you do want to get involved and want to be on the reserve list, then make sure you drop me a DM on Instagram or Twitter, and I can get you involved and I can see what I do. So for today's little stream, what is going to be happening is it's a 60-minute practice. Basically, drivers are going to be wanting to improve their setups, get out there on the track, do some laps, and just see what's going on, really. It's going to be their final chance to improve before the season starts. So that's going to be this Saturday on the channel again at 5... Sorry, no, that's a lie. It's 5 PM now. On Saturday at midday, the stream is going to start. So make sure you pop that in your diary and make sure you come along and watch. But today, yeah, we're just going to have some good banter, some good fun on a good stream. I want to check, just before I switch to the action, because I know the guys have just started going out on track for the start of the session, I want to make sure with you lot, I'll switch back to the chat now. How is it going? How's the stream? Is the video okay? Is the audio okay? I want to make sure that you can't hear the fan too loudly, because it's about 30 million degrees in my room at the moment, so I'm having to have a fat fan on to... I wonder why it was so dark. Hold on. I wonder why it was so dark on camera. I hadn't turned the lights on. What am I doing? So yeah, it's so bloody hot that I have to have a fan on to try and make sure that my Xbox and my laptop and that don't overheat. So that was the big problem. I had to make sure wasn't going wrong. So I believe. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Everyone's saying. I have only just noticed that it's midnight. It's midnight. You're a spoon. Yep. Okay. Yeah. I've messed up. You guys will see when I get it up on the stream. It's midnight. Oopsie daisy. Well, there you go. You guys are gonna have to. Well, I mean, do we want to end? Do we want to end it and come back and because I can literally make the session again super quickly. Right, I'm gonna do that. Because I can just keep this stream going, and I'll invite the boys back again, and we'll start it again. So there we go, fantastic start to the MotoMeerkat World Series. you guys could just keep enjoying looking at my beautiful face for another sort of 5 minutes. I'll get it back open. All the boys are online, so I can easily get this event back going. I remember I did that. I did that when I did the practice event, and I was like, I did a practice event about a week ago, and I was like, right, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to mess it up in the real thing. Immediately I do that, so that is brilliant. Right, 2 p.m. Right, 2 p.m. Right, we've got it sorted. We'll get this lobby open and we'll get it sorted. So I apologise about that, lads, but I hope everyone is doing well. Moto twat cat. That doesn't even work, Tomo. What are you on about? Best start. Come on, guys. You know I'm the most reliable YouTuber around. Bloody hell. Right, okay, now I got to make sure I get everyone invited into this session so that it's going well. But yeah, as I was saying, we've got some people that weren't sure whether they can make every round, weren't sure exactly what their schedules were saying or what was going on. So there could be some spaces at certain rounds that you guys can get involved with, and loads of ways to get involved with the series. And also, obviously, just watch the streams and enjoy yourself and have a good bit of a laugh. I can see in my peripheral vision the amount of chats coming through, and I can already assume that they're absolutely berating me. So let me get these invites done. That's quite a few people. Yep, there we are. Cool, I think that's everyone. Gonna send the invites out now, boys. I know you're watching. I'll get them out to you now. But I wanted to say, right, invites, done. Race director, done. Right, okay. Once everyone's in, we will start the session again. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, I'm glad you're all holding with me. We haven't lost any viewers, so thank you honestly so much for holding out and being absolute legends. I love you, Meerkats, genuinely. I'm so sorry that I knew there was going to have to be something that go wrong, and that was it. So I think we're good. Yeah, 2 p.m. I think we're fine. Right, okay, I think we got 13 in. I think that was about right. I'll wait another couple of seconds, but I think we should be fine to go. And I'm going to press start. Right, session's going to actually start now. An hour of practice at Algarve. Once the game's loaded up, I'll get us in there. But I wanted to say a couple of things just to do with drivers and such. So in the announcement video, you will have seen that we had a gentleman called Shadow Macker who makes YouTube videos. But sadly, he's had to be replaced. Well, not sadly, if you're a fan of LSJ Rundle. He's replaced him because of some personal reasons for Shadow Macker. He wasn't able to compete in the end. So LSJ Rundle has taken his place. A good lad. I've raced against him in another GT3 league, and solid bloke, top bloke. He does commentating himself, actually, so maybe he's going to be wanting to give me a few tips on how terrible I am, but we'll have to wait and see. But hopefully, he should be able to bring some good competition as well. Now, I believe the only person missing today's session is SOR Leclerc, because he has another racing league that he has to be involved with at this time, which is completely fair enough. We weren't supposed to be having F1/E reviews because he had an absolute mare today. You might have seen on his Twitter, some absolute arsehole broke into his car today, and luckily he didn't have anything crazy inside of it, like a laptop or anything. That would have been really, really awful. Some loose change and stuff like that was stolen. So not the end of the world for him, but an absolute bugger, because now he's going to have to fix his window and just get things sorted. So I feel very bad for him. Send him some love over on Twitter. But he's managed to join us. He's been an absolute legend. He must have sorted his stuff out with the police. I've not been able to chat with him just yet, but I believe he sorted everything out, and he's in the lobby, which is good to see. And my controller isn't working, which is great. That's brilliant. Right, let's turn. I'm gonna go back to the chat and see if people are saying that it's terrible. No, people seem to say that it's fine. Let's hope that this works now, because if I can't control where I'm looking, I'll have to create another session, which will be great. Ah, it's working. There we go. Cool. Restarted the controller and we're good to go. Right. We seem to be having people coming on track. So we're going to lose the camera now. We're going to go to audio only, and we're going to be able to see the track. So let's change to that now. Wow, there we are. McGintis is out on track in the Porsche currently. Got to turn off my camera, save the battery, and turn everything off. And, whew, blimey, relax time for me now. I can sit back and just watch some cars for an hour now. Perfect. Oh, that was a lot of effort. A lot of effort. We're finally out. We're going. We got lots of people in the chat. Few people are left now. I know it did take a while, so I do apologise to anyone that got frustrated and left. So my apologies. But we got the boys out here. Sam Malicious in his Audi R8. We got a lot of people out on track. As I said, McGintis in the Porsche. Then we got GSR CJ Pants just behind him in the Lamborghini. Then we got YTB Ferrari out there in the Cadillac. Then we got Arsenal FC 145 in the BMW. I believe that's the M6, and he is just behind Red Suru in the Aston Martin. Then we got Sear Washington 7 in the Ginetta, and then we have Jack in the Renault Sport. So everyone going, I believe, yeah, J-Source is in the pits. He should not be in a Ferrari, so he definitely needs to leave and rejoin, not in the Ferrari. Please, J-Source, because that car has had to be banned from the series because everyone believed it was too OP, and it was not okay. Right, JWF1 has said he has been kicked, so if someone is in the lobby and can hear me, if they can invite him, that would be incredible. Then we got F1E Reviews, who is in the pit lane but has glitched out of his garage and into the pits, which is slightly odd. But hey-ho. Then McGintis with an insane amount of damage in the pits. That's not good. Hopefully he's... oh no, he's coming out of the pits with that much damage. Maybe it's just a glitch and he hasn't actually got any damage. Because that would seem very silly to be going out with the entire front and rear end completely crumpled. But anyway, interesting. The car looks like a weird bug when it's like that. All the lights have been pushed up and it looks weird. Hey-ho. It's whatever, it's whatever. See, I don't believe there's going to be too much racing or anything today. We're just going to be chilling and watching the times roll in. We can see in the bottom right corner as well, some lap times getting invalidated. One by the man we're watching currently, Arsenal FC 145, and then a few as well by McGintis, who was the lad in the pits who just came out with the completely messed up car. So, interesting to see how he does there. But yeah, I'm so glad that we finally got this off the ground and we're able to see what is going on with some of the drivers. As Sear Washington 7 crosses the line first with a 1:46.6. Now, I seem to remember that the sort of proper good times, I believe, I don't want to say this now and then everyone be much slower. I believe they were like, oh, and Sear Washington goes for a spin at the exit of the corner. Cheeky little bin there, but he's managed to reset and he's on his way. A little bit too much throttle on the exits there from Sear Washington, and he's round. So have to be a avoided lap for that one. We've got a few more laps coming in now. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong with the 1:44 quick times. Maybe it was around 1:46. I believe it was 1:46 normally and 1:44 on sort of low fuel. But yeah. People seem to be doing standard times. Jack coming in with a 1:46.9, just creeping in to the 46s. Please send it. Mate, I can't send an invite on my screen at talking to JWF1, mate. You have to get someone who is in the lobby to invite you. The race director cannot invite anyone, I'm afraid. So you'll have to either message in the chat, or hopefully one of them can hear me currently and they will add you. So hopefully you're all good. But I believe we've got someone new as well. We've got LSJ Rundle, who's now joined in the Mercedes. Very kindly getting out of the way. What a nice bloke. What a lovely bloke. But as I said, more times coming through now. A few that I believe are probably banker laps, such as Red Suru's with a 2 minutes. That's not going to be lighting up the timesheets, sadly. And McGintis with a 59. Possibly to do with how messed up his car is, but we'll wait and see for more times to trickle in. We have got an hour, as I said, so a lot of time for the boys to get practice in. And as I said, get their setup sorted, because it's not fixed setups in this championship. You've got to put the time in. You've got to sort it out to find out for each track what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Now, I thought with the start of the series, just getting used to the cars, a pre-season would be sort of a good idea to get everyone settled in and enjoying what they're doing with the cars and understanding what they're doing with the cars. And So I just thought for before the first season, actual proper event, they could get some practice in and get it done. But there's not going to be any more sort of practice events after this. From this Saturday, it's only going to be racing for 10 weeks every Saturday. And if you don't know, that is going to be, so like the weekend as such is going to be set out. And I get up the rules and regulations on my computer. So it's going to be set out. So we're going to have what I meant before was we're not going to have like a proper alone practice session. We're going to have a practice session for half an hour, then a qualifying for 15 minutes, then a race for 40 minutes, which should be great fun. I'm excited to see some good battles. And generally, just looking through the rules and regs, we've got the rules sort of are, so we've got the fuel usage is on, so is the tyre wear. So for making tactics for the race and stuff, the guys are going to have to take that into consideration and see when they do their pit stops, if it's going to be, especially with a 40-minute race, it's quite long, so we'll have to see what their tactics will be with, oh my goodness, YTB Ferrari getting the back end really happy there. But yeah, we'll have to see what their tactics are saying for during the race, how much they're going to pit and what they're going to change, how much fuel they're having at the start, how much they'll add in the pit stops, and yeah, generally what's going on with that as we watch Rundle in the 188 Mercedes getting all trigger happy with the back end there. But yeah, I think that's about it, running through regulations and stuff. I'm hoping that no penalties are going to be able to be given out a bloody pre-season. I hope the boys can just be good lads and chill out and just have a nice little time. So J-Sauce, mate. J-Sauce needs another invite. J-Sauce, pop it in the chat, as I said, and hopefully someone who's in the pits. We've got YTB Ferrari, who seems to be out of his pit box, and Jack in the pit. So if you could drop the message on the Instagram chat, and hopefully you can get an invite as well. Now, Rundle, what's he got? He's got a little, he had a little exclamation mark by his name, so I'm not sure what that means. I believe possibly a slowdown penalty. Oh, I can check the timings, can't I? Wait, if I do this, haha. Yes. Timings. There we go. Oh, I thought it showed up. Right, well, there you go then. There we go. We can have a little map. We can have a little speedo with the boys. Nah, the speedo can leave it. Well, it just said LSJ Rundle joined, but I've been watching him for this whole lap, so I don't believe that's correct. Oh, and J-Sauce left the session again. Great. We're just going to have trackside views because that's easiest. We can switch to a little bit of a cockpit view and just watch LSJ Rundle drive around here. Oh, I like the little sticker on the windscreen. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now the viewership seems to be jumping around a little bit, so welcome anyone that is joining today for the pre-season of MotoMeerkat World Series, as Rundle is 1.6 up on his best lap delta, which oh, someone's gone a little bit wide there. That's Russell just leaving the space for Rundle. Very, very kind of him. Very, very kind. But only person not to set a time yet is F1/E Reviews, but he's out the pits, so that's good. I believe everyone except Jack is out on track at the moment, as F1E does indeed set a time. A 1:50.1, so not bad. As Rundle is coming up to the line, what time is he going to set? Trying to beat a 1:49.9, and he does it at 1:47.6, bumping him up to 5th place. A cheeky little time there, a cheeky little time as we go back. We'll go back to trackside, and we'll have a little cheeky look round. F1E Reviews, what is he saying? In the beautiful, may I just say, beautiful Nissan GTR, the always evolving Nissan GTR number 75. Oh, it gets a little bit of oversteer on the exit of the corner, but manages to keep it together and get the power down through the section. He's 2 seconds down on his best lap delta, so not doing incredibly. We've got a little bit of a jump in certain sections of the board, as Arsenal, I believe, just went faster there with a 1:46.9, bumping up to 5th place. These guys at the bottom, McGintis and Red Suru, should hopefully be putting in proper times very soon. I don't believe they're going to be 13 and 15 seconds down. As Red Suru comes up to the line, now we could be seeing a new time set by him. See where he jumps up to across the line. He goes. Oh, and he was 16 seconds slower. So, not the best lap from him there. Not the best lap from him. But hopefully he can put together a good one this time around. As we've got some more people in the pits, hopefully Jigsaw can get an invite soon. I'm not sure if my chat has stopped or if people are just not saying anything. Interesting. Interesting. Well, we got the quickest man, Jack, back out on track again today. He's 3 minutes down on his lap delta. That's definitely not a brilliant time, is it? We'll switch down to someone who's setting a proper lap. Oh, some people are coming across the track. Who's that? Well, they're about to set a time, so we'll see if anything changes on the board. But, oh, it did. I believe that was CJ Pants. It was indeed who's just crossed the line. Gone 5th place. Bumped Arsenal down to 6th with a 1:46.9. Only about 0.02 of a second faster than Arsenal. And I'm going to take a drink because my throat already kills. Speaking, I'll say something. Hello, people were just being relatively quiet. Hello. Hello, Harry. Welcome, mate. Welcome. Bars GT. It's on Xbox, mate. It is indeed on Xbox. So, if you'd like to join, you can feel free. Because I'm always open to new entrants, and we've got a cheeky little reserve list that you can join. So, I'll try and get you involved, mate. Rundy says in the chat that him and Ben had a little bit of a coming together at the hairpin. Oh dear, oh dear. With, where is... Oh, WRL Leclerc. That's what I was looking for. He's in 4th, so it was WRL Leclerc and Rundle who had a little bit of a getting together at the hairpin, it seems. But, Jack seems to be, at the moment, pulling away with it a little bit, with 7/10 almost up on second place man, Sir Washington. And then a decent gap then through the field, with quite a large gap between 4th and 5th. Then it relatively close again through to 9th, and then another large gap. But I believe F1 Reviews hasn't done a huge amount of testing, so he may be just doing setups at the moment and trying to get that sort of thing sorted. Again, to Todd, as I've said to the other boys, I cannot invite through the race director. You'll have to get one of the guys that's in the lobby to invite, and I can see that JSaw still hasn't been invited, so I am going to look on the Xbox chat and on the chat to ask who was it that needs an invite. So hopefully we can make sure we get everyone into the lobby, because yeah, slightly frustrating that from where I'm sitting I cannot invite anyone, which is rather annoying, because as I'm the one trying to sort this all out, it becomes a bit frustrating. So yeah, there's 3 people that need to be invited, lads, if you're watching the stream. So please, Arsenal, Rundle, F1 Reviews, please drop them an invite. So yeah, jump on the Instagram chat, and they can give you their bloody, what's it called? Xbox gamer tag. So yep, we will have to wait and see. Yeah, we're following Jack at the moment, who's still at the front, still with a decent, sizable lead. We've not got anyone. See who's coming through the final sector. None of those boys. Oh, these boys are all together in a decent little pack. Who's the one coming through the final corner? Ah, it's Sir Washington 7, who's up on his time. Let's see if we can have another person at the top step currently. See what time he sets. No, slightly down. Okay, no, a lot down. 16 and a half seconds. Maybe he was just up on that final sector, getting it ready for this lap. But more people coming through. See if the timings change a little. We got Sam, who's done quite well, up to 3rd. He's coming through the final corner now. So we'll see if he can improve on his time. Doesn't seem to be taking the best line through there, so I don't believe he's on a lap. As, ooh, WRL Leclerc goes quick. Up from 4th to 2nd. Only about 4/10 off Jack's time now. So that's good. Formula 1 memes to life is in the chat as well. Hello, mate. Oh, Bars GT, that's annoying. I'm on PS4. That sucks, mate. That's very frustrating. I don't have a PS4, frustratingly. So, yeah, I'm watching you guys in the Instagram chat. I do apologise that no one is replying to you and inviting you. I'm very sorry. I can't do anything about it. So, who's in the pits? Right. I've tagged people in the chat who are in the pits. So hopefully they'll do something. Hopefully they'll do something. We'll see. I'm not sure because it's a private session. I don't believe that if I go onto my Xbox dashboard, I don't think I can invite you. Todd was one of them. No, see, invite to game. I can't do it. I'm afraid. So, not going to work, boys. You are going to have to get one of them to hopefully allow you into the session. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. It's going to be after something I bollock you boys over in the Instagram group, saying please be mindful of the Instagram chat and allow people to join again. As yeah, I believe we should have 13 or 14 in this, and we only have 11 at the moment, so slightly frustrating. With Red Suru still not quite putting a lap together here, still at the back of the pack on a 1:54. Hopefully he can pick up the pace, because 10 seconds off the pace, I'm afraid I cannot let you race in the first round if you're 10 seconds off. I can't let that fly. I can just about let 5 seconds fly, I think. 5.5 though, F1 reviews, you're going to have to get that up, because even half a second, mate, you're out. You're gone. Nah. I'm only messing about. I'm only messing about. So what have we got then? Orders changing slightly. McGintis still with his absolutely messed up car. So maybe not doing him the best, because I race against him in another GT3 league along with Rundle, and he's pretty quick. Like he keeps up with me in that Porsche. So I'm not sure why he's down in 8th there. He is 0.9 up on his best lap though, so we could be seeing a little bit of a change here. But I'm quite glad that from sort of 5th to 9th, we're seeing people being quite close, and we're seeing some decent action and some decent times being set and coming through. So that should be good. Now the lobby would not let me start without having a race session, so there will be a little 5-lap race after this if people want to stay on and do that. And sure, why? Oh, he's gone faster. McGintis with 2.5 seconds quicker, bringing him up to 4th place. Only 7/10 off the quickest time now. So hopefully we can get most people within 1 or possibly 2 seconds of the time. I think that would be great. No way. Yeah, you have to do it through the lobby, boys. Yeah, that's frustrating. I mean, it should be working. You definitely can invite through the lobby. Through Xbox doesn't work because it's a private session, lads. So through Xbox does not work. Red Suru lad, you're in the chat. You're clearly listening. Please invite the boys. Please invite the boys. You can't do it through Xbox. You have to do it in the game session. Go to online lobby, press RT, and then invite. Cool. Thank you, lads. So yeah, let's get off. Let's get off McGinnis. We've been watching him for a while. He's 10 seconds down on his time. Sam's coming through the final corner, I believe. See if he's up on his time. See what he can do. Only 8/10 off, so doing pretty well anyway. Being decent. There we go. Go on, F1 E-Reviews. I believe he has been able to invite the rest of the lads. Sam not going quicker this time, sadly. Oh, I think someone might have just joined. Not too sure though. I feel like I saw that come up on the screen. I'm gonna have to watch the stream playback now and see if it comes up. Yeah, hopefully now if one person gets it. Oh, Jesus, Sam loses it into the braking area of the hairpin and goes absolutely straight on into the gravel trap. Big bin there from Sam. Reverses it out though, and he's all good, but he's going to have to warm up the tyres again. They're going to be nice and cold now they've been in the gravel trap. But yeah, just loses grip, under braking, sends it straight on. Unlucky there, Sam. Unlucky there, mate. So we've still only got 11 people in the lobby though. So I believe Arctic, it says has joined. It says he's joined. Hopefully he can jump in on the session because he's not on the timing board on the left. So I wouldn't see why they wouldn't be allowed to join, because it is a practice session. So it's not a race. So that would make no sense. But timings are staying relatively similar now. I believe CJ Panzer's gone a little bit faster, but he's just coming out of the pits. Currently, we have got some people. Oh, he's in the pits as well now. People coming around the final corner. We've got YTB Ferrari, who seems to have a bit of a crash. And he is coming into the pits as well. Then we've got... Who was that coming around the last corner? Oh. No one. Oh, no, it was our WRL Leclerc, who goes a little bit slower, but I hadn't noticed on another lap. He's gone a lot faster, closing the gap down to 0.03 of a second. Wow, 0.03 of a second from first to second place, which is pretty incredible, if I do say so myself. But there we go. We've got 12 in the lobby now, which means definitely people can join. So we're good. Thank God. We've got Toddy out on track in the McLaren now. I'm very glad. I'm very glad that's all working. Yeah, people are joining. We've now got Arctic in as well in the Bentley JWF1. So fantastic. Thank you to F1 E-Reviews for doing that for me and inviting the boys. He is back out on track now, still with 5 seconds down. So not the best time from him so far. And we got Red Saru, who has a little bit of a bash on the front. Still 9 seconds down. Oh my goodness, YTB Ferrari's front bumper is practically falling off now, and his rear is as well. I think he might have had another crash, because that car is not looking the best. So you guys do need to remember that the damage is performance impacting, so you're not going to be going quickly in that car, so you need to reset and go back to the pits, mate. You need to reset. But there we are. Arsenal as well, putting in some decent laps. He's sort of bridging the gap between 6th and 8th. We got about, what is that, just over half a second, about 6/10 between him and 7th. And then, again, about 8/10 from him to 8th place. So doing some decent time there. Losing the back end a little bit exiting that corner. But we're going to see him come through the final corner. And I believe some people are coming over this final straight now, crossing the line. See if any of the times change. But I don't believe they have. People not quite setting laps yet. It'll be good to see... oh, JSauce is in now as well. Fantastic. JSauce is in the NSX. Another YouTuber along with Arctic, who is JWF1. And JSauce, who are both YouTubers. Good to have them in. Along with F1 E-Reviews, who is the largest YouTuber out of all of us. But it was very nice for Dan to say that he'd get involved. I don't believe he's a huge PC2 player. I'm led to believe... Oh, and he's lost it. Coming out the first corner. He's gone a little bit too wide, and he's lost the back end. Unlucky there from Dan. But it was very nice of him to say he'd get involved in this league. Because, as I said, I believe he's much more of an F1 2019 player than a PC2 player. Which is fair enough. But we've got lots of people crossing the line as well. See if we can catch up with any of them. Sam crossing the line, who's down. We got Sear Washington, who's down as well. People have set good times now, and it's starting to get closer and closer and closer. So we'll have to see what happens. Y2P Ferrari says in the chat, another crash. Oh dear, buddy. Oh dear. Oh, and Jack down on his time as well. And who was that? I believe that was... Oh no, he's in the pit, so I can't have been him then. My throat is dying already. GSR CDO Pants crosses the line, and he is down on his time as well. Balls. I've just poured squash all down my top. This is not great, boys. Right, I need to go and soak this top. Right, back in a second. I'm back, lads. I'm back. Don't you worry. Oh, got a new top on. Bloody squash. This glass I'm drinking out is far too large. So, didn't quite work, and I dropped squash all down me. So, my nice white MotoMeerkat top is now covered in squash. Perfect. Right, what's been going on? This is what we tune in for, Moto. Squash shenanigans. Yep, mate. That's why you're subscribed, isn't it, Aiden? That's why you're subscribed. But we got McGintis losing the back and a little bit exiting the last corner, but we can see if he improves on his time. As who was that? I believe that was Todd who just crossed the line. As McGintis is down on his delta, and it was Todd. He has gone 7th. Another one sort of in the little bit of a gap in the midfield between 6th and 7th, with 1.7 off to 2.2 off. But the times are slowly closing down. With the two boys at the bottom still not being able to improve on their times. Hopefully we can see them increase very soon. We've got J-Source out as well, who's set a time 3.8 seconds off in the Acura. Now that livery is stunning. I absolutely love that livery. I think it's beautiful with the white and the purple and then the bubbles. Oh, it's cheeky. It's cheeky and a half. He's down on his Delta as well. And YTB Ferrari still with a pretty messed up car. So hopefully that's not impacting his performance too much. But he's only 0.2 down on his best time, to be fair. So he's doing alright. He's doing alright. And we got some people coming out the last corner. I'm not sure who was ahead of Rundle. It's Jack, who's in the lead at the moment. So we'll see if he can improve on his time. And eke out his lead. And then also with Rundle as well. So Jack does not go faster and neither does Rundle. And we got Arsenal who's joined again. So I believe maybe he was kicked or he left or something happened around there. But now at least we have now 5 people who are within a second of the leader, which is good. And Arsenal has gone again. Perfect. Always the problem. Jesus, I just looked down the bottom right. JWF1 with a lot of lap time invalidations there. What is he doing? Let's have a look at him. Where is he? Oh yeah, he's Arctic, isn't he? There we go. In the Bentley, number 37. Quite a cheeky little car, that, to be fair. It's quite beautiful. Oh, he's just sort of warming up the tyres, I believe, getting ready for another lap. Who we got up here? What's Washington saying? He's invisible, apparently. Oh, no, there he is. Coming over the straight. See if he can go any faster. No, he's 20 seconds down on his time. Leclerc's in the pits. We got quite a few people coming around the last corner. That was the Lambo, I believe, of CJ Pants and Red... Oh, blimey. Little bit of interesting things going on there in the straight. With none of the drivers going faster, I do believe. And then we have F1 reviews coming across the line and still not a faster time. Very frustrating for him. Very, very frustrating. But we'll have a run through the drivers. We'll have a run through. I've got me little... pretty entertaining. Great commentator you are, MotoMeerkat. Thank you, Chris. It's very kind. It's very kind. But I disagree. It's very difficult to commentate over practice because people are just doing laps. So it's slightly difficult with Rundle and Jack coming over the line and not setting a new time. But yeah, as I said, that's our run through of the drivers. If you have not seen... YTB Ferrari getting a little bit of a warning there. Track limit warning, I believe. With JSauce having his lap invalidated thanks to track limits. Perfect. So, yeah, if you haven't seen the announcement video, or if you have a little bit of an update on the drivers. So, firstly, we have Mr. Sam Alicious. He's in the number 1 Team WRT Audi as he actually goes faster. Half a second faster, and he's up to 3rd place. Fantastic lap from Sam there, with a 1:44.8, only just under 3/10 off the pole time currently. Obviously, we're not qualifying for anything. We are just having a bit of a laugh today, but very, very nice to see where the boys stack up against each other. And then we have, Sam Alicious in the W1, in the Team WRT number 1 Audi R8. God, I'm all over the place today, boys. I'm all over the place. Obviously, black and red car, absolutely stunning. Now, Sam lives in Guernsey, which means, obviously, being some small, crappy island, it has pretty terrible Wi-Fi. So he's prone to disconnects. Now, he hasn't disconnected yet today, so that's good. That's a positive. But hopefully we don't see any future, but we might. We never know. And as you said before, he has decent GT3 experience, and he's proving that now with a 3rd place. Sat there, only a few tenths off, so he's doing well. But I have been told that, obviously, as I said before, the Ferrari is outlawed from the series because it's too fast. Apparently, the Audi is sort of its little brother, being very, very nice to drive. So maybe a little bit of an advantage there from Sam, but all the cars were picked at random, so no one can be complaining. Then, the next driver we have, where is he gone? I've actually lost him. There he is. Coming out of the pits now is Todd E. Games in the number 2 Vodafone Tio Martin Motorsport McLaren 650S. Now, another stunner of a livery. That Vodafone always looked good on the McLaren F1 car, didn't it? It always looked stunning as... Oh, my goodness. Todd almost loses it out of the pits. What was that about? What was that about? Hey-ho. Always looks stunning on the F1 car, doesn't it? So, bringing it over a similar livery to the McLaren road car does look pretty sweet, to be fair. And he claims that he has mad pace in the GT3s, as he has dominated another GT3 league. But he's currently in 7th place, 2.2 seconds off the pace. So, hopefully Todd can pick it up a little bit throughout this session and put some more decent times in, as, whoa, he's snaky down into the hairpin there. Very, very interesting. But generally, he enjoys filmmaking and he's starting uni next year. So best of luck to him in his future endeavours. I'm moved down to 10th place at the moment. 3.2 seconds off the pace in the number 3 Cadillac Racing Cadillac ATS VR. Now that's YTB Ferrari 16. As I've just noticed down in the bottom corner, that WRL Leclerc, who's now in the pits, has only gone and set a fastest time of the session, pipping Jack out to the fastest time by almost 2.5 tenths. So a decent little increase there, But we'll jump back to YZB Ferrari, as he is doing all sorts down at the first corner. I'm not sure what exactly he's doing. Doing some cheeky donuts. I do kind of rate that, to be fair. As long as he doesn't get in anyone's way, that is top banter, so I like it. I'm not sure. I mean, it is one way of heating up the tyres, I guess. But certainly an interesting one. Look at the fans. They're loving it. Look at them. Woohoo! They're absolutely loving it, lad. Come on. Come on. We want another one. Yeah. Woo! Go on, lads. I love that. I love that. Right. So, yeah, in the Cadillac, cheeky little red livery. Oh, he's back in the pits now. He's back in the pits. He has won many F1 lobbies, but I don't think he particularly plays PC2 too much. So, good on him. Doing in 9th place, 2.6 seconds off the pace. And he doesn't know why you should support him. So, literally just cheer him on for his sick donut skills, really, I think, is probably the best option. Then, after that, we would have SOR Leclerc, but obviously he can't make it today. So the next man on my list after that is Jack, who's... What happened there? Sam just... What was Sam doing? Sam just raced past all of them in the pits. What was that about Sam? Right, okay. That is on the list. We've got Jack, who seems to be hounded now by the Cadillac that we were previously mentioning. Jack in the blue Renault Sport RS, the number 22, Bleu de France. He says that he's fast and fair. He's going to push for any position, even if it's moving from last to second last. So he clearly was underestimating himself there, because he's in second. And he had the fastest time for a while now, only just being pipped with about 25 minutes of the session to go. So talking himself down a little bit. But he has won multiple Formula 1/E Reviews open lobbies on the Formula 1 game. So he definitely has some experience with e-racing and online racing. So good to see how he does. Then next on my list, where is he? Let me find him. Oh. Well then, I'm going to have to click through everyone's name and find him. He's not there. Great. Perfect. I believe he just joined, but maybe he's not out on track currently. So, not talking about Red Suro, we're talking about Arsenal FC 145. You will have seen him earlier in the BMW M6. The sort of minty blue M6 is very, very nice. But he's saying that he's consistent and he's not dirty. And he's once raced Arava and Timo Marduk, and they had a decent battle. So, hopefully we can see some good battles from him in our championship as well. Then we move up to 9th place with Arctic 4582, who seems to have a little bit of a grazing on the left side of the car, and the front as well. So he's definitely had a little bit of a collision somewhere. So this is obviously JWF1. Now he makes YouTube videos, fantastic YouTube videos, may I just say. Very, very presentable, especially for a young lad. So I would highly recommend, if you're watching this, to jump over and give him a cheeky subscribe, because he's a good little lad. He's a good lad. He's relatively new to sim racing though. And he says his quote is, he's up on his time at the moment, so we can see how he does. But he says that everyone wants to see the rookie win. So that's definitely something everyone should be supporting him for. Because why not? Why not? Yeah, Arsenal saying in the chat that he needs an invite. Yeah, mate. Apologies, you're going to have to stick it in the Instagram chat. Arctic has lost it. Oh dear, on the right-hander. Back end got a little bit happy there, and he's sent it onto the grass. So he was up on his time, but sadly he's lost out on that one, and now he's 9 seconds down. So unlucky, mate. I think he's going to go back to the pits now. So we'll switch forward to the Acura of JSauce, another guy who makes YouTube videos, another guy I would recommend to go over and subscribe to his channel. Again, as I said in the announcement video, I've been in one of his videos, had a lovely little chat about ladies in motorsport. So if you're interested in that sort of topic, make sure you go over and give that a view. Someone, I believe... Arsenal has just joined. There we are. Fantastic that he's managed to get in again. Someone's invited him, so thank you for that. You boys being very kind to each other now. Very kind. So, yeah. Obviously, as I said before, in the sort of white and bluey purple bubble car, which looks sick. Now, his family race in the Australian motorsport scene, so that's pretty cool. He's got some wins on F1, but not too much else. So, if you enjoy his videos, make sure you are supporting him. Then, who's next? We've got Sear Washington, who was near the top of the times at the start of the session, who's just exited the pits, I believe. I believe he's just changed tyres. He has set a 1:45.0, only 6/10 off the pace. Now, the top 6 are getting closer and closer and closer. So, hopefully we should be seeing some good battles. It's proving to look like it could be a good, cheeky little championship. But yeah, Sear Washington 7. He's done no league racing before, but he has won some F1/E Open lobbies. So he's been told sorry. He told me he's a mix between Senna and Maldonado. So it's an interesting, pairing of drivers there to compare yourself with. Senna, decent pace. Obviously, he's proved that, only about 6-7 tenths off. Maldonado, we're going to have to wait to see in the race, aren't we? See if we can see some incredible moves. Hopefully nothing too mental, like Maldonado flipping Gutierrez at the first corner at Bahrain. None of that. We don't want to see any dirty moves, but some good racing will be interesting. And he says that he is, quote, quite a ballsy sim racer. So again, backing up that Maldonado story, we'll have to wait and see. Then, who do we have next? We have WRL Leclerc, kindly being let past by JWF1 there. Very nice of him, very nice of him. Obviously, top of the timesheets at the moment with a 1:44.3. Now, as I was saying at the start of the session, I believe that 1:44s were the times that they were going for, so I was right. It's looking like 1:44 on low fuel and new tyres, and sort of more like a 1:46 on race pace. So Leclerc going a little bit wide there, but being able to cut it back. And he's there in a 71 Hot Wheels livery. Now, I reckon this is probably my favourite livery on the track. It's bloody stunning. Look at it. That deep blue is just beautiful, mixed in with the Hot Wheels colours. And, oh, look at it flaming out the side. Damn, that was hot. Beautiful. But he's actually a semi-professional footballer, believe it or not, so fair play to him. And he once won a GT3 race after a 55-minute battle for the lead. So hopefully we could be seeing something similar between sort of him, Jack, Toddy, who I hadn't noticed yet, has gone a lot faster. He's coming through the last corner along with WRL Leclerc. He's only 0.4 seconds off the pace now, so that's good to see. So yeah, should be good to watch the battle at the front, as Leclerc, I believe, has just come into the pits. And next on the list, F1 E-Reviews has gone a little bit faster. Only 4.7 off the pace now as he comes down the last corner. We'll see if he can improve on his time. But as you can see, no, he doesn't. A little bit off there, 6.7 seconds. Not the best of you there, mate, not the best. But yeah, as you can see, he's in the 75. Always evolving livery. Another stunner. Honestly, these boys have chosen well. Again, the liveries and numbers were done randomly. So they've gotten pretty lucky with the ones that they chose. Looking beautiful. So the quote from F1 E-Reviews that I have says, "I'm probably going to lose most races, crash out most races, and overall be slow. But if you love an underdog story and have sympathy for a Grosjean fanboy, I'm your man." And he's clearly channeling Grosjean here, being 4.7 seconds off the pace. But hopefully we can see some improvements from him very, very soon. And he could be up there battling with the boys. Now, another one who's not doing particularly well with his pace is Red Suru. He is in the 180 Cobel Racing. Another cheeky looking livery. There's a lot of mix of colours in that one. So he races in his spare time. And he also works on cars. He likes the mechanical sort of side of things. So we'll wait and see how he can do with his race pace. And next up, we have... Where's he gone? Where's Rundle gone? Ah, there we are. 8th place, come around the last corner in the 188 IT Stopper Systems Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG. Now, another nice little livery. We've got Todd behind him as well, so we'll see if either of them can improve. No, neither of them do. Sadly enough, not for this lap, but we'll see what's happening if the boys let each other through. Oh! How has Rundle held that slide? That was an interesting one. Hopefully he allows Todd past, though, because he has bought his lap. Yes, he does. What a very nice man. What a very, very nice man. But, yeah, he's basically just said, oh, yeah, of course. God, I'm shouting everyone else out. Rundle has a channel as well. It's actually Run D. So, replace the LL with 2 I's, and you've got his channel there. So make sure you go drop him a cheeky subscribe as well. I'm subscribed to him, so I've been seeing that he's been releasing quite a few videos recently, so go and give them a little watch. He said to me, I can't drive GT3 cars, but I'll give it a good shot. So, fair play, he's being honest, and he's not doing terribly. He is sort of the one in the relative gap with CJ Pants. 2.3 seconds off the pace, currently in 8th place, so not awful, but hopefully he can put some more practice in before this weekend's race and be closer to the boys. Then next up, as I was talking about, we have GSR CJ Pants in 7th place, about 1.9 seconds off the pace. And about, what is that? 1.2, 1.3 seconds off the next bloke in front of 6th. So quite a decent little gap there, which is interesting to see. He's coming around the final corner, so we'll be able to see if he improves on his time. But he's on the 666 Barwell Motorsport Lamborghini Huracan, and he does not go any faster, sadly, this time around. He's actually a student at the Silverstone University Technical College, so that must be pretty cool, being so close to the Silverstone track and getting involved with all motorsport activity there would be so sweet. He says he's an avid Rocket League player, so clearly he's been able to bring some expertise over from Rocket League to PC2 today, and he continues to improve his time throughout the session. And then the final driver we're looking at for this little look through is McGintis, still in his completely messed up Porsche 911 as he goes very, very wide into that right-hander. So I don't believe he'll be improving on his time this lap. He is in the 911 Manthe Racing white, red and black Porsche 911. Now, he wants to kart. He really likes kart racing. He wants to do it properly, but he doesn't quite have the money. It's a very, very expensive sport to be getting into, in fairness. So he does sim racing instead. He finds that a lot of fun on his wheel and pedals, and he finds it very enjoyable. Now, he's been league racing for about 2 months. He has a win and many podiums, and he has lots of experience in GT3. So let's see if he can improve on his time. No, he can't. I believe it must have been invalidated if he's... Oh my goodness. Who was that? I think that was Jack coming out the pits. Almost swiped across in front of McGintis, but we're good. And yeah, as I said, McGintis said he has experience in GT3 and that he's quick. He's clearly proven that. Now only about 4 or 5 tenths off the top time. So not too bad. But that is everyone, I believe, that is out on track currently. I've been able to cover. What are people saying? Daniel Radford saying, come on, Sam. Come on, Sam. Big ballsy. Aiden Bliss, quite ballsy, aka a race ruiner. Yeah, but quite possibly. We'll have to wait and see how these boys do in a proper race. Now, after this session, hopefully if some of them are watching, I'm going to stick it in the Instagram chat as well, that there will be a small race after this. So, of course, this is only a practice, so none of these times are actually going to matter for this little 5-lap race that we're going to have after. It's going to be completely random grids, just for a bit of fun. No penalties. Obviously, you can't just be a twat and just punt someone off, but it should be good fun, just to see how the boys' racecraft is, see who could take the sort of provisional win, who has the best pace, who has the best racecraft, and... just generally have a bit of fun watching the boys go around. So, again, the times are staying a little bit stagnant now. Only around 10 minutes left of this hour-long session. Thank you, everyone, for joining and watching. The views are jumping around a little bit, but it's been great fun. They've stayed around a relative level. So, I'm very, very happy with the amount of views we're getting, and I hope you're all excited for this whole series as a whole. As I said, as I started the stream, it's been a lot to sort out and get... Oh my goodness, what was that? Jack jumping up on the curb and going back in the pit. So I'm not sure what happened there. I believe WRL Leclerc has gone even faster, because now he's about a 10.5 faster than Sear Washington. But yeah, as I was saying, it's taken a while to sort this out. So I'm so loving and just saying thank you so much for the support. All you guys have been showing on my socials and obviously on this stream has been fantastic. We've got 13 likes on the stream, which is amazing. So I do really, really appreciate that. And so excited to bring the races. Obviously, they're going to be a lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun to commentate, and it'll be great to see how people decide to do strategies and everything like that. But with Sear Washington being about a tenth down on his best lap, we'll have a look at some other people now. Someone just crossed the line but did not go faster. We have about the top 6 boys now, all within about half a second of each other. Someone's crossing the line. We've got Arctic coming around the last corner. I don't believe... Oh, no. There you go. Arctic coming across the line now, and he's down on his time. Very frustrating. We've got someone else crossing the line. We've got J-Source. Is he going to go any better? Oh! 6 thousandths of a second down on his best time. Frustrating there for J-Source. Frustrating. Oh dear, as CJ Pants has just left the session, and so has Sam Malicious. So, that's not too great, but hopefully they were either meaning to do that or can rejoin. So, PC2 can be very, very frustrating with things like that. And Brundle is just disconnected as well. So, great. I believe some people did have to leave at 6 o'clock, so that's fine. I can understand that. We did start a little bit late, so... frustrating for them, but as we know from there, we've got a relatively alright split. A relatively alright split. As you can see down the bottom, we've got F1 E-Reviews. I managed to improve his time. A decent amount, to be fair. He was on about 5.5, and now he's just about 3.5 back. So doing well, doing well. Improvements. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. So we'll see how he does when he comes through. Comes around on this lap. Oh my god, my throat feels like sandpaper talking for this long. I'm going to have to cough. Sorry, lads. There we are. That's better. Again, I am about 3 million degrees in this room, as Formula 1 Sassy Reviews does not go faster, sadly. But yeah, I am about 3 million degrees in this room. It's so hot currently in the UK. I think it's like 31 degrees today or something ludicrous. But... oh my god, it was so awful. So as you guys know, I work at Sainsbury's, so I do the night shift at Sainsbury's. I do midnight to 4 a.m, which means that I then obviously come back, go to sleep, and then I get up at about 1 p.m. So I woke up today, and it was already about 30 degrees, and I'm like in bed, just so hot and sweaty. Oh, it's disgusting. Absolutely grim. So, I do like it being nice and sunny. It's very, very nice. But it's just too hot, man. I'm not cut out for this weather. I would much prefer to be too cold than too hot, 100%. 100% easy. Too hot. Too cold, you can just put more clothes on, it's fine. But too hot, I can't take any more clothes off. Well, unless I want to get a public indecency order, which I definitely don't. I guess I could do my streams just sat butt naked in my room, but then my mum just peeks around the door. I'll be like, Jesus. She might think I'm working on some sort of campsite or something. That would not be great. But yeah, timings, as I said, staying relatively similar. We had the top 6 within about half a second, but Sam Malicious has left. So we're down to about 5 now. But it is looking very, very promising for the start of the season as Leclerc comes into the pits. He's only just starting his lap. He's about halfway through. He's about the same place. He's just started his lap as well. Sia Washington has not been able to set a faster time. Everyone's at around the same sort of point. There we go. We got YCB Ferrari coming through to end the lap, and he's being followed by Arsenal, I believe. Yep, he is indeed. So we'll see how these guys can do as they come round the final, well, round the second last corner, onto the final sweeping right-hander. And we'll see how they can do. Wi-Fi dropped. What's your OnlyFans? I'll release, I'll make an oh no, I don't want to say that actually. I want to say I'll make an OnlyFans at 100k, because I know it's very unlikely I'll ever get to 100k, but then if I did, God, that would come back to haunt me. So I definitely can't be saying that. Okay, I'll say OnlyFans at 1 million, because that's just impossible. So I'll happily say OnlyFans at 1 million, because that is never, ever, ever going to happen. So we're good. As YCB Ferrari and Arsenal both staying around the same sort of positions, with, as I said, a cheeky little gap of about 1.5 seconds now from Toddy to Arsenal, and McGuinness has indeed gone faster on that lap. Only about 3 tenths off now, off the leader of WRL Leclerc with only about 4 minutes left in the session. So with a 1:44 lap, that's about 3 laps more, I believe, for most of the drivers. And hopefully they've seen what I've said in the chat and they don't leave straight after, because I'm going to have a little bit of a race after this. It should be good fun. Hopefully people don't just randomly leave. Oh God, Rundy's got it screen recorded. Oh no. Oh dear. Yeah, sorry. Okay, Sam's been able to rejoin. So Sam, if you can invite Rundy, that would be great. But yeah, some people having slight difficulties with the connection on PC too. There's always difficulties with this bloody game. To be fair, at least it wasn't as bad as F1 reviews had it last night. When you might have seen, it's up on my YouTube now. The what would you call it? The stream playback of my stream from last night, where I played Formula 1 reviews open lobbies, and I was terribly, terribly bad at the game. So it was quite funny to watch, and I absolutely binned it under the safety car at the race in Brazil. So I would highly recommend even just going back to watch it for that clip, because oh my goodness, absolutely devastated I was. I could not believe I binned it under the safety car on stream. Absolutely terrible. With McGuinness 1/10 down on his time, and he's jumped back into the pits. Who's this? I think that's F1/E Reviews just ahead. It is indeed. Coming through the second last corner onto the flowing last right-hander. Hopefully we can see him improve again. Staying around the same sort of time as Arsenal FC, about 3 seconds off the pace. Hopefully we can see him drop into 2 seconds at the end of this session, but that might not happen. Arctic as well in front, you can see going through. I believe he stayed around the same sort of time. With F1 Reviews 4/10 off, and then Sear Washington doing about the same time as he had before as well. Only 2 minutes left in the session now. Really counting down to the last little bits. And yeah, we can see how these boys get up to. There's a little bit of a pack going on down here with F1 Reviews, Sear Washington, and then I believe that was Rundy just behind. Yes, it was indeed Mr. LSJ Rundle, who now neither Rundle or Sam have a time because they got disconnected, but we obviously know Rundy was around Arctic, I think, in sort of 6th, with about 1.5 seconds off, and then Sam is coming through now to set a time, I believe, or just start a lap, and yeah, he's just set a time. Very, very slow for him. He was about half a second off the pace, 0.4, 0.5 seconds off, so we know he's going to be up there. But obviously, as I said, it's not going to matter for this. So for the race that's after this, the cheeky little 5-lap race, it's not going to matter at all. So there's no need to worry about that. I'm just hoping that in the real stream that we have of the races, oh my goodness, I've just seen the gigantic pack that's formed now up there. McGuinness is in the middle of this. Sear Washington's also in the middle of this pack. There's what, 6 of them, all in the last sector. They really should spread out, but I guess there's only about a minute left, so they're all going to get one more lap. Yeah, I'm just hoping that in the real race streams that we're not going to have people dropping out, because that would be frustrating. As Sear Washington, sorry, not Sear Washington, Jay Source decides to come in the pits for some reason. Arctic up ahead, then we've got Sear Washington, then we've got F1 Reviews taking his slipstream. Then we have behind them, we've got Rundle and McGuinness following. So we can have just a cheeky... Oh, was that someone off? I think that was someone off. Who was that? Oh, I missed him now. It might have been Sear Washington. No, he's still ahead. Maybe... Oh, was it Rundle? No, maybe not. Maybe I was just getting confused. There we go. Practice is officially over, lads. There we are. An hour. And the times looking interesting now. Obviously, some of these are incorrect. Some of these are missing people. Obviously, Rundle and Sam, you've got to edge in. But as they finish off, I don't believe anyone's going to go too faster. So it's looking very good for WRL Leclerc up at the front. But not a huge gap. Very, very close. It was the top 6. Obviously, as I said, Sam was in there with them. We've got Sear Washington as well. Only about 1.5 tenths off. About 2.5 tenths for Jack. 3.5 for McGuinness, 4.5 for Toddy. Then it was about 5.5 for Sam. Then we got jumping up to about 1.5, 2 seconds off for JWF1. Then we've got JSauce, who's spazzing out in the pit lane. What is happening to his car there? Well, that's giving me an epileptic fit just watching it. Then we got YTB Ferrari, about 2.5 seconds. Then Arsenal with 3. Then F1E Reviews with about 3 as well. And then Red Suru, 10 seconds off. I'm afraid I'm going to have to drop you a DM, mate, and we're going to have a little chat. Because 10 seconds is slightly too far over the margin that I can allow in this series, I'm afraid. But, yeah, I hope everyone has been enjoying this cheeky little practice session, getting to know the drivers a little bit better and just watching, seeing how the times are going. Now, I believe F1E Reviews is going to go in the pits, so it's going to be Rundy to cross the line and end the session, I believe, as he does in style. Look at that. Wow. Whoa. Look at that crash. Look at him in the pit lane. He's still going mental. He's still going, he's still going mental in the pits. But, yeah, I believe that's it. 10 seconds left for practice to finish, and we should be good to go. Should be absolutely sweet. So, moving on to the 5-lap race. Hopefully no one leaves now. I believe I'm the one that will... there you go, practice session over. I believe I'm the one that will go onto the next screen. Possibly, maybe. There's a loading bar. Hopefully that doesn't mean the loading bar of death, and we don't get to do the race. If we don't, it's not the end of the world, but there we are. Continue. Hopefully people are still here. There we are. Yeah, everyone seems to still be in here. And we're syncing, and people are going to go. So, random grids has been incredible. We've got F1E Reviews on pole. WRL... Oh, no. Oh, no. Controller's off. They have started. So, people are not in the lobby. My controller's off. No! Turn back on, you stupid bloody controller. Right, we're in. And I still can't control it. Well, that's brilliant, isn't it? F1E Reviews is in second. We've got lots of action going on behind. People absolutely diving. As, yeah, my controller is not working at all. So, brilliant. So, I will try and keep you guys updated from what I can currently see. F1E Reviews doing okay, to be fair, holding his own. But Leclerc has managed to get past him on the first lap. Apologies about the controller off. I'm popping new batteries in the back to see if that helps. But if it doesn't, then we're going to have a race where we watch... there we go. We're back on. Right, we've got the 3 boys at the front. WRL Leclerc being followed by F1E Reviews and then Jack. F1E Reviews possibly slightly out of his depth, looking at the timings that we saw. Oh, and he's lost it! He's lost it! And Jack's T-boned him! What a crash! What a crash! Incredible scenes there as Jack loses the position to Todd, but Todd has to give it back, I believe, and that means that JWF1 is able to sneak up the inside, and it's looking up the inside of Jack. They are rubbing. A little bit of a touch going to the right-hander as JWF1 goes a little bit wide, and that might allow Todd to sneak back up his inside, but not quite. Slots in behind. Then we've got Rundle following as well, and McGintis is slightly far back. Sam has been involved in a giant crash. I'm not sure what happened there. I sadly missed the start because of my silly control. Oh my goodness! Sear Washington has been involved in a huge accident. Red Suru didn't start. YTB Ferrari and Sear Washington involved in a gigantic smash. Look at that. Not sure what happened there. Arsenal bringing up the rear, but we'll move it back to... Right, WRL Leclerc has absolutely pulled away from it. There's no point in watching him anymore. F1E Reviews doing alright as well in second, holding his own. Then we have Toddy Games and Rundle on the straight together. Watch out, Rundle! Don't hit the man on the grid. Rundle's managed to take Todd on the straight. I believe Todd has got some damage on the front end there, so looking like that car might be a little bit difficult to control. But he's keeping it up in fourth, which is alright, with McGintis behind in fifth. So we could be seeing a decent little battle between these boys. And then everyone else seems to be a little bit spread out. Arsenal up in seventh, but Arctic has come into the pits. I believe he has some damage, so not too great for him. But yeah, WRL Leclerc absolutely running away with this. So people were saying stuff in saying so. Oh my goodness, we got not McGintis, we don't want to follow him. Todd E and Rundle having a little bit of a coming together, but Todd E managed to get past, going a little bit wide, and that was definitely a corner cut, but we'll ignore that. F1E Reviews is making a pit stop, it says. Is he? Maybe he is. No, he's definitely not. I don't know why it says that in the bottom corner. That is chatting absolute rubbish. But yeah, YTB4, you missed a fat crash. Yeah, I can tell by the amount that your cars were absolutely messed up. So I'm very frustrated I missed that, but I couldn't do anything about it. My controller was not working for some frustrating reason, but there we are. It happens. Hopefully that doesn't happen in the real race, and I'll be able to sort that out faster. But a few people have left, sadly. We're going to see... Oh, McGintis is up to second now. He's managed to take Formula 1 E reviews. So, obviously, Formula 1 E has made a mistake and lost quite a bit of time there, because WRL Leclerc is absolutely running away with it in the lead. Oh, we're cheeky another little battle. Watch out for the park car! Having to miss that on the straight. But, obviously, Rundle has some better performance than Toddy, because he's absolutely ruining him on the straights. Toddy's able to seemingly hold his own in the corners a bit, but on the straights he's got far too much damage. Far too much damage. So, not the best result for him. But F1E Reviews already slightly falling off McGintis there, down into third place from his pole start, which he got very lucky in taking. But someone said in the chat, Sam better get this dub. Sadly, he's in sixth with a lot of damage. So I believe he was involved in that fat crash at the start that I sadly missed. With Rundle going red. But although he's up on his delta, so I believe some people possibly getting penalties down here. Let's have a look at the timings. Yeah, so that was Rundle receiving a 1 second penalty. Very naughty boy. With F1E Reviews fallen about a second now off McGintis. So just losing a little bit of time. I think he could possibly fall into the clutches of Rundle and Todd, but we'll have to wait out and see that. We've got the battle for sort of second, third, fourth, fifth going on, and everyone else relatively spaced out near the rear of the pack, and also Mr. Leader WRL Leclerc just absolutely running away with this little bit of fun race. No problem. Hopefully people who were spun and crashed out and whatever at the start of this race can hopefully take something away from it and be a little bit better for the start of the real race on Saturday. Hopefully we don't have too many upsets and we don't have too many people getting angry with each other, because it's never good to see. We like to have good, fun, clean racing and have people enjoy themselves. With F1E Reviews, again, losing a little bit of time to begin. It's about 1.5 off he is now, and Rundle now eating at his heels right up behind him. With Toddy falling off a little bit, obviously with that damage. Feel a little bit sorry for him, but hey ho, what can you do? YTB Ferrari still just sat there with the boys going past. But Rundle, we will have to wait and see whether he can hunt down F1E Reviews, see if he can take this position. McGintis not actually pulling away a huge amount, not as much as it seems. But Toddy falling a little bit off the back of this pack, and some of the boys getting some more penalties, I believe, there as well. With this race only being 5 laps, obviously we haven't got to... I believe it's a full track yellow, because as you can see on the right, there's yellow on every single section of the circuit. Hopefully that doesn't mean that you get a penalty if you overtake someone, because that would be very silly. If it is, then we need YTB Ferrari to leave, please, because that would be frustrating. And there's someone sat at the edge of the last corner as well, and someone on the straight. So yeah, I believe there's just someone in every sector that's not started, or it's just sat there. So well, we can see if we can spot anyone on the exit of this corner. Not quite, so I'm not sure who... Oh, it's Sam, and he's on the track. So that's great. Nice one for that, Sam. Why are you sat on the racing line, you absolute mong? Why are you sat there? Sam, I'm very annoyed with you. Toddy has just hit you because you've done that. What are you doing? And, oh, here we go. Rundle is sizing up the move on F1E Reviews. He pulls to the inside at the first corner, outbrakes him, and takes the space, but no, not quite. Oh, a little bit of rubbing on the inside. F1E Reviews holds it around the outside. It's not having any contact here. Oh, he's lost it! Oh, Tokyo Drift! That was some serious Tokyo Drift style. But, I mean, he has held the position. He's cut the corner a little bit. So, yes, I believe he has got a penalty for cutting the corner there. Oh, and I've just seen WRL Leclerc is pulled over at the side of the track for seemingly no reason, so that's great. And F1E Reviews managing to hold onto this position currently, just about. So that means McGintis has taken the lead somehow. Oh, Daniel Radford said he's out of fuel. Oh dear. Yeah, that's not poggers, is it? Sam has run out of fuel But this battle proving very interesting on the last lap. See if Rundle can get a good exit. He gets blocked a little bit by F1E reviews. But only a few more corners where he can get this done. So we'll see. Racecraft doing pretty well from F1E reviews, even though he lost... oh, that was very close. I thought Rundle might go at the rear of him for a second there, but managed to hold it. They're doing a nice little bit of racing here. Rubbin is fine. Just what's going on with McGintis? They've caught right back up. Only half a second. He's slowed down really a lot. Now there's a three-way battle around the last few corners as Rundle sent out the inside. He's done very well there. F1E reviews getting blocked by McGintis and Rundle sneaking up the inside into second place as they come round the final right-hander, lap 5 of 5 to... Oh, and Sam is glitching out everywhere on the final corner, but at least they haven't hit him. You got Arsenal FC on the inside going into the pits. And what's going on there? McGintis has tried to block for some stupid reason. And it's going to be a drag race to the line. And Rundy... No! F1E reviews is going to get it because Rundle has a penalty. Frustrating for them, and a nice little tap from Rundle there to seal the deal. So interesting there. F1E reviews doing the not the slowest time, but he wasn't up there on pace in the practice, and he does some donuts to celebrate his win. So fair play to him there, getting the win. A absolute shit show of a race. I think we can all agree on that. I don't know what happened there. People just absolutely doing a madness. So hopefully the real race on Saturday can be a little bit more professional, shall we say. But there we are. The session is over and I'm back here on the camera. Hello. I hope you all enjoyed that. A good little fun hour, wasn't it? Watching some practice, seeing how the times came in. Some really good times and some very close times, like the top 6 looking super close. So if we can have some good, clean racing on Saturday, it'd be fantastic. So yeah, just to remind you, the first proper round of the MotoMeerkat World Series will be on Saturday. This Saturday at midday, the stream's going to start. We're going to have a practice, then a quali, then a race. And yeah, we'll just see what happens and have a good time. So make sure you set your alarms so you do not forget at midday on Saturday, this Saturday, you're going to join me and we're going to have a great laugh. So make sure you get involved. It's going to be so much fun and I am super duper uber excited for everything to happen. So thank you everyone for joining me on this stream. It's been great fun. Thank you for all the drivers for getting involved and taking part. I hope this has helped with your practice and that you're all ready to race on Saturday. But without further ado, that's all for today's stream. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see all of you Meerkats later. Goodbye guys.